Today we're diving deep into the Raiders minicamp, an event that might not get the headlines like the regular season or the draft, but it's where the real groundwork for the team's future starts to take shape. This 3-day mandatory training session, running from June 10th through 12th, is the moment when the silver and black begin to sharpen their skills, build competition, and set the tone for the months ahead. Players are required to show up on June 9th for physicals, which officially kicks off the minicamp period. Once those are cleared, it's full speed ahead with practices on the 10th, 11th, and 12th. While it's important to note that full contact isn't allowed during these sessions, you'll definitely see the helmets on, the pads rattling, and the players getting physical. The intensity is still there because it's the first chance for offense and defense to go head-to-head in live-action drills. It's also a crucial moment for the coaching staff to evaluate where the team stands and who might be ready to take that next step toward earning a spot on the roster. One of the more fascinating things about minicamp is that fines can be imposed if a player misses a day. The penalties add up quickly. Missing the first day carries a fine, missing 2 days doubles it, and skipping all 3 days can cost a player well over 6 figures. That level of financial consequence means the coaching staff expects everyone to be present and ready to compete. Still, there are always a few question marks on attendance, especially among players who participated in non-mandatory events earlier and might be tempted to skip. But from what's been heard, the Raiders expect full commitment. The minicamp serves as the first real test of competition for the team this offseason. We've heard the mantra, compete, 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 echoed throughout the organization, and this is the moment when that mantra truly comes alive. Players go head-to-head, fighting for playing time, and more importantly, fighting to impress the coaches. This kind of competition is what drives a team forward. It helps the coaching staff figure out where they might still need to make moves in the upcoming weeks before training camp officially kicks off. Speaking of surprises, minicamp always shines a light on the under-the-radar guys, those players who fly under the mainstream radar but have the potential to shake things up. When thinking about players who could make waves during this camp, it's important to look beyond the usual suspects. For example, someone like Thomas Harper deserves attention. He wasn't one of the more talked about players during the initial roster projections, yet he has quietly made a strong impression. Harper's versatility stands out. While he primarily plays free safety, he's also seen time in nickel packages, showing he can adapt and fill multiple roles in the defensive backfield. His style doesn't fit the typical mold of the tall, athletic, long-limbed defenders that this coaching staff often covets, but he's proven he can perform well when given the chance. The Raiders' commitment to versatility is clear, and Harper's ability to slide between roles makes him a valuable asset. If he continues to develop and impress, he could find himself climbing the depth chart and maybe even carving out a more permanent spot in the secondary. On the offensive side, keep an eye on Lockett, the massive international pathway program. Our player, initially a defensive tackle, he's now making a switch to offensive guard. This kind of position change isn't easy, but it shows the team's vision in trying to build a dominant offensive line, perhaps preparing for certain rule changes like the potential ban on the tush-push tactic. Lockett brings an imposing presence and raw power, and while he might not be an immediate starter, he's got the size and skill to earn a spot on the practice squad. The Raiders can keep 17 players on the practice squad if they include an international pathway player, so Lockett's inclusion there seems like a smart bet. At wide receiver, Alex Bachman continues to stand out as a player who embodies hustle and reliability. Last season, he surprised many by making the final roster, and his work ethic hasn't slipped since. Bachman's got solid hands, runs precise routes, and seems to be a favorite target in clutch moments during practice. His veteran mindset, despite not being the flashiest athlete, makes him someone the coaching staff trusts to compete and deliver consistently. He fits what the offense needs, a dependable receiver who won't let the team down when the pressure's on. Another wideout to watch is Colin Johnson, who contrasts with Bachman by offering a more physical and imposing frame. Standing tall and weighing over 200 pounds, Johnson's size alone makes him an intriguing player to follow. Though he doesn't boast the same athleticism as someone like Dante Thornton Jr., Johnson's length and ability to make contested catches can make him a weapon, especially in red zone situations. While fans might mix him up with Thornton due to some physical similarities, Johnson's style is more grounded in power and technique rather than pure speed or agility. Among the offensive linemen, Dalton Wagner is a name worth noting. Although he appeared in the 53-man roster projections, his ongoing battle with veteran Munford during minicamp will be one of the highlights of this offseason's competition. The Raiders feel confident in their top 8 linemen, which include rookies and young players they drafted recently, but they still want to see Wagner prove he deserves a spot. If he can show enough during practice, he might tip the scales in favor of the Raiders keeping 9 linemen instead of 8. When it comes to tight ends, Carter Renan is a fascinating prospect. Coming out of Towson with a basketball background, Renan possesses the athleticism that catches the eye. He hauled in 45 receptions for just over 500 yards and 5 touchdowns in college. While he's still learning the nuances of the tight end position, his raw physical ability and potential route running skills make him an intriguing candidate to watch during minicamp. If the Raiders feel set with their current tight ends, including Brock and Michael Mayer, Renan might still carve out a role as a versatile player who can line up as a receiver or a tight end, offering the offense more flexibility. Among the newcomers looking to impress, Andre Carter stands out as a fierce competitor who joined the team later last season. His relentless effort and intensity have earned him attention, especially in battles against players like Charles Snowden. Carter's presence brings energy and toughness to the defensive side, making his minicamp performance an important one for his future with the team. Undrafted free agent John Joyner also merits a close watch. Graded by scouts as a potential 5th-round talent, Joyner brings upside and competition to the linebacker group. With some uncertainty surrounding players like Snowden and others, the Raiders need reliable depth and versatility in the linebacker core. If Joyner can prove himself in coverage and special teams, he could become a valuable contributor. Defensive tackle Zach Carter showed flashes of promise last season, tallying 22 tackles and a sack and a half. The Raiders have concerns about Christian Wilkins' health, so having dependable depth on the defensive line is a priority. Zach Carter might be the player they turn to as that extra lineman to ensure stability up front. Although Tank Booker also competes for that spot. With his imposing size and presence, linebacker Jalen Walker, another undrafted free agent, has been making waves during practices. Battling with Matt Jones for top UDFA linebacker honors, Walker's ability to cover in the passing game adds important versatility. Special teams contributions further boost his value. Now, the Raiders are clearly looking for players who can wear multiple hats, and Walker fits that mold. Veteran presence and locker room culture also play a role in roster decisions. Jalen Smith, despite being 29 years old, impressed during rookie minicamp with his leadership and toughness. While he may lack special teams value, the Raiders appreciate his character and work ethic. If he can find a niche on special teams, he might just earn a roster spot. Michigan products have a particular resonance with the Raiders organization, given the coaching staff's affinity for players from the school. Michael Barrett, who holds the distinction as the winningest player in Michigan football history, fits the mold of the competitive, hard-nosed athlete the Raiders want. While Barrett might primarily contribute on special teams or the practice squad, his background and attitude make him one to keep an eye on. In the defensive backfield, cornerback Melo Datson, a UDFA out of Kansas, embodies relentless effort. Even without elite athleticism, his intensity and willingness to give 110% stand out. Datson is known for his knack for creating turnovers, having led his college team in defensive touchdowns. The Raiders are eager to bolster their secondary, so his ability to play physical and make plays could earn him a spot on the roster. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Las Vegas Raiders. And don't be shy, drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. In a twist that's lighting up NFL rumor mills, whispers are growing louder that star cornerback JAIRE Alexander could be making a surprise move to the Las Vegas Raiders. While nothing has been confirmed by official sources, several insiders and speculative reports have hinted at a possible connection between the two-time Pro Bowler and the Silver and Black. A scenario that has Raiders fans buzzing with excitement. The speculation began swirling earlier this week when Alexander was reportedly spotted in Las Vegas, fueling theories that he may be exploring new horizons. Though players frequent Vegas for a variety of personal and promotional reasons, this visit has been interpreted by many as more than just a casual trip. Social media only added fuel to the fire, as Alexander liked several Raiders-related posts and followed a few Las Vegas players, further stoking fan hopes. The potential fit makes sense on paper. The Raiders have been actively seeking to bolster their secondary, and Alexander's aggressive playmaking style could bring the shutdown cornerback presence they've been lacking. After dealing with injuries in Green Bay and facing questions about his long-term role with the Packers, a change of scenery might be exactly what Alexander needs to revitalize his career. And Las Vegas offers a high-profile, high-energy environment to do just that. Though the cap implications and trade logistics would be complex, the buzz hasn't died down. Raiders fans have taken to forums and social media in celebration of the mere possibility, dreaming of a defense anchored by one of the league's most dynamic corners. Whether it's smoke or fire, one thing is clear. The idea of Jaire Alexander in silver and black has captured the imagination of Raider Nation. For now, it remains a tantalizing rumor, but in the NFL, sometimes whispers become reality faster than anyone expects. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive about our Las Vegas Raiders, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.